Caitlin Clark isn't just Indiana's Starship, their empire. And now, they're building her a throne. This didn't start with a title banner or a blockbuster trade. It started with a $78 million bombshell, dropped straight into the heart of the WNBA. This wasn't some regular press release. It was a declaration of war, a warning to every other team in the league. The Indiana Fever are done waiting. The moment the announcement went live, the landscape shifted. This isn't just a new practice facility. It's a complete power move. A 108,000 square foot fortress built for domination. 2 full courts, state-of-the-art recovery zones, mental wellness suites, even a podcast studio. This is where legends are made. But here's the real kicker, the timing. The way it was unveiled right as Clark's global influence reached a new peak. That wasn't luck. It was strategy. The Fever watched as she pulled their forgotten franchise into the spotlight. Now, they're handing her the keys to the kingdom. No more shared gyms. No more patchwork routines. Just a bold new future, built around the most electrifying name women's basketball has seen in a generation. Ticket sales have quadrupled. National broadcasts are scrambling to air Fever games, and Caitlin Clark jerseys are flying off. All of it flows through one woman. This is an empire built just for her. Meanwhile, panic brews across the league. While Indiana builds a cathedral, other franchises are still renting gym space. You think A'ja Wilson and the Las Vegas Aces aren't watching. You think Angel Reese, just stepping into the league, isn't wide-eyed at what's unfolding. The WNBA has been officially put on notice. The game has changed and Indiana holds the blueprint. The team's CEO didn't mince words. This isn't about being the best in the league, or even the Midwest. It's about becoming the best franchise in the world. That kind of ambition shakes foundations, and at the center of it is Caitlin, 22-year-old phenom treated like a generational CEO, and rightly so. She's not just winning games, she's rewriting the entire business model. Every dollar, every camera, every headline, it's tracing back to her. And Indiana, they're not wasting a second of it, so let's go back to that facility. Because it's not just a building, it's a declaration. This isn't just luxury, it's calculated intimidation. Indiana's new facility isn't built to impress, it's built to dominate. Infrared therapy, rooms, elite-level strength zones, rivaling NBA standards, custom-designed lounges, and comprehensive mental health suites. It's a blueprint for sustained excellence. This isn't a gym, it's a cultural shift, boldly declaring, we care about our players and we won't apologize for it. Now picture walking into that space as a new recruit. You're not just joining a roster, you're stepping into a system engineered from the ground up to turn you into a star. And if you're a free agent watching from afar, you're thinking twice about your future, your goals, your legacy. Because this is where championships are built. The Fever aren't just investing in facilities, they're locking in their core. Kelsey Mitchell, signed to a 1-year supermax with a rare core designation. Translation, she's no longer just a scorer. She's now a foundational pillar. With 19 points per game last season and Caitlin Clark feeding her passes, Mitchell becomes a devastating second option. That's not just talent alignment, it's chess, and anchoring the defense is Aaliyah Boston, a post-up powerhouse evolving into the franchise's backbone. Indiana's building an empire in every move, says they're here to win. Her chemistry with Clark is undeniable. Instant electricity, high-low connections, rim protection, second chance conversions. Boston and Clark already look like they were built in a lab for WNBA highlight reels. Now, throw Kelsey Mitchell into that equation, and you've got a trio with the potential to dominate the league for the next decade. But Indiana, they're just getting started. With over $650,000 in cap space, the Fever are on a mission to build more than a contender, they want a dynasty. And next on their radar sit Sabalier, 6 feet 4 inches forward, with size, range, vision, and nightmare matchup energy. Last season, she averaged 18.6 points, 8.1 rebounds, and 4.4 assists. That's not just production, that's elite versatility. Pair her with Clark, Fest not just fireworks, it's a full-blown explosion. Sabalier's Dallas departure is confirmed. Now, all eyes are on where she lands. Indiana is making the loudest, clearest pitch. Money, vision, and a system tailored for growth. This isn't just a roster spot, it's a revolution. And don't forget Gabby Williams. The Fever are eyeing the veteran Swiss Army knife, defense, transition offense, adaptability under pressure. She's the type of player who can elevate a playoff team to a title contender. Indiana's not building a team. They're building the future of the WNBA. This isn't just about stacking talent. It's about crafting a team so lethal, so multidimensional, that opposing coaches run out of answers. And here's where it goes nuclear. Every piece Clark, Boston, Mitchell, Sabalier, Williams fits like a perfect puzzle. Scoring, defense, leadership, youth, range, versatility, no gaps, no flaws, just a cold, calculated machine built for long-term domination. Not one championship, not two. We're talking dynasty. Behind it all, development coach Keith Porter, quietly building a monster. His mission, transformed Caitlin Clark from elite to untouchable. He's extending her range, tightening her dribble, drilling her for every double team and switch imaginable. He's not coaching her, he's weaponizing her. And his message is clear. Clark won't be figured out. Think you've got a game plan. Think again. She's already 5 moves ahead. That's not just talent, that's war strategy. And while everyone's watching the now, Indiana is planting roots for the future. Clark's deal runs through 2028. Boston's through 2027. And in 2027, a brand new facility opens. Coincidence, not a chance. That's architecture. A dynasty isn't built by chance, it's built by design. And Indiana's blueprint is terrifying. That's design. That's how you build around generational talent with elite infrastructure, not empty promises. Lisa Leslie herself couldn't help but salute it. This is what investing in women looks like. And she's absolutely right. Indiana isn't just saying the right things, they're doing them. No more second-rate facilities. No more makeshift gyms, doubling as yoga studios and birthday venues. This is professional. This is premium. And the rest of the league, they're officially on notice. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark moves like it's business as usual. Calm, composed, almost too relaxed until the ball tips off. Then she turns the court into her canvas. Teammates say it's like watching a switch flip. She goes from quiet confidence to unstoppable force in seconds. She's 22, but plays like a seasoned MVP. And yes, her MVP case is already gaining serious momentum. Because when Clark steps onto the hardwood, something shifts. The noise fades. The arena holds its breath. Everyone, teammates, opponents, fans, they're witnessing something rare. She doesn't flex, she doesn't taunt. She dominates with silence, precision, and poise. Her vision is surgical. Her range, borderline unfair. Her belief, unshakable. This isn't hype. This isn't luck. This is legacy in motion. And that MVP conversation, it's no longer a quiet debate. It's a full-blown roar, echoing across the league. Caitlin Clark was already top 4 in MVP voting as a rookie. That stat alone belongs in the history books. But now, with Indiana surrounding her with talent, elite structure, and a state-of-the-art facility built to sustain her greatness, this isn't just about winning MVP, it's about owning it for the next decade. Because Clark isn't chasing trophies, she's chasing immortality. Let's be real. How many rookies walk into a league and immediately triple its revenue? How many athletes transform an entire franchise into the hottest story in sports overnight? Just one. Her name is Caitlin Clark, and Indiana knows exactly what they have. This plan. It's not reckless, it's ruthless. Brilliant. The Fever are doing what no WNBA team has dared. Bet everything on a once-in-a-generation talent and build an empire around her. But this isn't a wild gamble. It's a business model. Because Clark isn't just a bucket, she's a cultural reset. The kind of figure who brings in sponsors, national TV deals, and floods of young fans screaming in the stands. That's why Indiana isn't flinching. They're moving like a Fortune 500 company, fast, fearless, and future-focused. And let's not underestimate what this means for women's sports because the ripple effect is already in motion. Every headline about Indiana's cutting facility, every sellout crowd, every record-breaking attendance stat is doing more than boosting one team, it's raising the bar for the entire league. Suddenly, franchises still operating like it's 2005 with shared practice courts and makeshift recovery rooms look outdated. Even negligent. Indiana didn't just upgrade, they detonated the old standard and laid the foundation for something new. This isn't a simple franchise facelift, it's a league-wide revolution. Players on rival teams are whispering. Executives are paying attention. Owners are getting nervous. Why? Because the Fever just showed the world how far behind everyone else really is. If you're still budgeting for mediocrity in the WNBA, you're about to get left in the dust. Because Indiana isn't just building stars, they're building gravity. And the pull, it's magnetic. Free agents, chasing titles, brand deals, and career-defining moments. There's only one answer, Indiana. It's not even a debate. Clark's presence doesn't just elevate the game, she transforms her teammates. Surround her with shooters, unstoppable. Add rebounders, unbeatable. Throw in a lockdown defender like Gabby Williams or a two-way star like Sika Coney. Now you're talking dynasty. That's not a team. That's a warning shot to the entire league. Just a year ago, the Fever were barely on anyone's radar, seen as a rebuilding project with promise, but no real threat. Now, they're the most dangerous franchise in the WNBA. Why? One word. Vision. A vision anchored by a player who doesn't just play the game, she transforms it. And this time, that vision is being brought to life. Flawlessly. There's something powerful, even poetic, about it. For years, women's sports have been overlooked, underfunded, and undervalued. But Indiana just flipped that entire narrative. They've shown the world what happens when you truly invest in women's greatness. When you go all in, when you don't just talk about equality, you build it. Brick by $78 million brick. This isn't just steel and drywall. It's a statement, a declaration that women deserve elite resources. From recovery suites to world-class training, from custom development to Yes7 nail salons and podcast studios. Because when you treat athletes like legends, they rise to the occasion. And Caitlin Clark, she's just getting started. She hasn't even reached her prime. Let that sink in. This is only the beginning. The rest of the league knows it. She's not just playing in the WNBA, she is the WNBA right now. Every defense is built around her. Every camera follows her. Every headline leads with her name. We're watching a generational athlete who's still learning, still adjusting, and still evolving, and she's already dominating. With Keith Porter guiding her growth, she won't slow down. She's skyrocket. And when that happens, we'll remember this as the moment everything changed. Indiana's brilliance lies in its timing. Every piece, salary caps, player contracts, new facilities, syncs like clockwork. Boston's rookie deal runs out in 2027. Clark's in 2028. Their new facility opens in 2027. It's all happening in perfect sequence. And when those deals expire, the Fever won't just be strong, they'll be unstoppable. While other teams scramble for missing pieces, Indiana's halfway through painting their masterpiece. And Clark, she's the brush, the paint, and the canvas. Legends like Lisa Leslie have already given their blessing. And when legends speak, the world listens. This isn't some fluke or media hype. This is a movement, a shift in power, a cultural revolution. And at the center of it all is Caitlin Clark, the face, the voice, and the force driving it forward. ChatGPT said, she's coming for the crown, and she's bringing a dynasty with her. The scariest part. We've only scratched the surface. Caitlin Clark hasn't even hit her ceiling. The state-of-the-art facility isn't open yet. Sabally and Williams haven't signed. The so-called super team isn't even fully assembled. And still, Indiana is already winning. Not just games, but hearts, headlines, and most importantly, the future. If you're on another team, watching from the sidelines, this is your warning. This is what happens when a franchise dreams big, spends boldly, and bets everything on brilliance. The Fever didn't come to join the conversation. They came to own it. They're not following a roadmap. They're creating one. The throne is under construction, and at its center, cool, confident, and completely untouchable, sits Caitlin Clark, the architect of the future, the storm in sneakers, the queen of a new WNBA era. Last season, she was already in the MVP conversation, and that was without the facility, without the support cast. Now, she has the tools, the team, and the system. She's not just chasing awards. She's rewriting history. One game at a time. She's coming for the crown, and the rest of the WNBA can either rise to the challenge or get swept aside. Because here's the truth, no one wants to say out loud. Caitlin Clark isn't just a once-in-a-generation talent. She's the kind of player you build an entire league around. Not just a team, a league. She fills arenas. She drives ratings. She sparks dreams in every young girl holding a basketball. And the Indiana Fever know exactly what they have. That's why they're not treating her like just another no-one pick. They're treating her like the blueprint for the future. Because when you zoom out and look at the moves being made, the facility, the roster, the strategy, one thing becomes crystal clear. Indiana isn't playing checkers. They're playing chess. Bold, brilliant, long-game chess. Every decision has been calculated. Every piece moved with purpose. This isn't just a rebuild, it's a revolution. And by the time the rest of the WNBA catches on, the takeover might already be complete. The Fever aren't coming. They've arrived, and they're not knocking on the door. They're kicking it down.